Recording in progress.
Dicen que en épocas de grandes cambios es cuando aparecen las mejores oportunidades. Este es el momento de aprovechar el presente para construir el futuro que deseamos. Hoy abrimos una puerta al futuro en el que las más avanzadas tecnologías se ponen a disposición del ser humano para construir un mundo mejor. Descubre Decentra, la oportunidad que eleva tu potencial con la ayuda de las mejores herramientas digitales del mercado actual, como blockchain, staking, web 3.0, NFTs, DeFi y más, mientras te ayuda a mejorar tus finanzas personales. Usando la tecnología más avanzada hoy y creando la que está por llegar. Bienvenido al futuro. Bienvenido a Decentra. El mundo del futuro se está construyendo en estos momentos. Un universo sin límites llamado metaverso está naciendo. La siguiente generación en la evolución de Internet. Un lugar donde las barreras de tiempo y espacio no existen. Un mundo donde la imaginación, fusionada con el desarrollo tecnológico, construirán los negocios del futuro. Y en este mundo, los cimientos de una gran ciudad comienzan a ser colocados. Decentra y Landian, la alianza que cambiará el mundo, están construyendo Decentra City dentro del metaverso. Esta ciudad será un lugar para explorar, para crecer, para conectar, donde podrás hacer tantas cosas como desees. Y habrá un lugar para el emprendimiento, para la formación, el arte, el entretenimiento y las relaciones humanas. En Decentra City podrás comprar o alquilar coches, invertir en activos, comprar la casa de tus sueños o construir un gran edificio. Pero también podrás disfrutar de multitud de experiencias asombrosas. O jugar. Tendrás una versión digital de ti mismo, viviendo e interactuando con otros ciudadanos de Decentra City, con un avatar personalizado. El metaverso hiperrealista más avanzado del mundo. Este es un momento único en la historia. La primera compañía de network marketing que arranca oficialmente dentro del metaverso. Decentra City, la ciudad donde no existe lo imposible. A lo largo del tiempo, siempre existieron personas con la visión, dedicación y la determinación para cambiar la historia. Personas que comparten un presente y un futuro. Ahora nosotros tenemos una misión: encontrar a esas personas con las que cambiaremos el mundo. Nace el Círculo de Fundadores Limitless. Un grupo selecto de líderes que actúan con valores, principios y compromiso. Solo 30 personas serán elegidas para pertenecer a este círculo de fundadores. 30 elegidos que tendrán una gran responsabilidad, pero también serán premiados por su entrega. Los miembros del Círculo de Fundadores Limitless podrán estar en lugares maravillosos: Dubái, Miami, Nueva York, París, Mónaco, Londres, Tokio. Tendrán acceso exclusivo a entrenamientos con las mentes millonarias más importantes del mundo: Tony Robbins, John Maxwell, Grant Cardone, Robert Kiyosaki. Entrenados y preparados para cambiar la historia, para construir un legado. Una nueva era comenzará con el Círculo. Los fundadores estarán construyendo la empresa más grande del siglo, la de mayor crecimiento, la de mayor impacto: Decentra. ¿Estás preparado para ser uno de ellos?
Hey, ¿qué tal, familia?
Hello, family. Happy and grateful for this great morning. I want you to tell me over here in the chat, from what part are you logging in today? From where are you connected? Good evening or good night from every part that you're logging in today. I have the pleasure of today having this space and this time because I want to share something that I love to share from Puebla. Greetings to Bucaramanga, Colombia, Culiacán, Colombia, Armenia. I have the pleasure to introduce myself, Luis Gonzaga, 34 years old, business manager, and original from Colombia. I work for the financial and the banking, and some time ago, I chose to take the decision to work professionally in network marketing. Also from Celaya, we have people from Tejupilco, from Medellin, Armenia. So I love and thank you for all of you to being here. And first of all, I want to tell you that I'm happy and grateful of being here. And today we have a new opportunity because today is a present and we're living it as a gift, as a present. So me personally, I will be sharing a topic that is the foundation for success. And is the foundation so you can grow in whatever you want, in personal, professional, or family. So a few years ago, when I was a bank employee and I work as a manager, this topic, I always loved to work on this because it got me to beautiful results. Because I never believed in this topic when I was told about these digital assets and I was inside a box and I couldn't see further away. And when I understood the power of network marketing and when I understood this digital business and its growth, and then I suddenly thought this is something that can change my life, and not only my life, but also to all the people around me. And then I choose to professionally have a full time on this type of business. So all of you be welcome in here and take a pen and paper because let's start taking notes because I think and I believe that after today, you're going to have some important steps for your growth. So after today, I believe that we're having this topic that this is going to take you to amazing results. And I'm telling you, if you're an employee, it's going to lead you to be a better employee. If you're a self-employee, it's going to lead you to a better self-employee. If you're an entrepreneur or a businessman, then you already have this clear. Or if you're barely hearing about this, then this is a training that personally, I can give you faith and trust that this is proven. And today we're going to be talking about commitment. And I think that all of us agree that there cannot be growth without commitment. There cannot be improvement without that commitment. You cannot even have a good family relationship or with your partner if you don't have commitment. Even when we get to marriage, all the people that are married, well, you acquire a new commitment in front of God and in front of the law. So everything else based on commitment. And I think that this is one of the key steps so everyone can grow. In any part of your life, in any area, commitment is important for you to begin and to start. And commitment, it will depend on how you're going to finish. in the goal that you want to achieve and everything. So in this order of ideas, I can tell you, so what does this make reference to? What is he talking about? So the commitment is an agreement or an obligation that we acquire in a specific case. And you take a specific idea, either personal or in your relationship or in your work, and you're saying, hey, I commit to this. And some of us take the commitment to a reason, to a why. Some of us take that commitment to the things that moves you, that motivates you towards that dream, that goal of that reason that you have next to you even. So that commitment makes reference to an obligation to yourself, because one is to commit with your neighbor, with your couple, with your partner. But the essential commitment, the first one, the primordial one, is with yourself. You cannot be making and fulfill a commitment out there with someone else when you yet haven't fulfilled that obligation with yourself, that commitment with yourself. So let's say that that inner commitment is the first, the one that I have to take an account for me to start thriving and to be committed with life and the world that is making me face. And the first is the personal commitment. And this implies that the growth as a person, that progress, that constant progress towards what we are dreaming and what thing we are committing. Hey, I commit to finishing my degree, my major. I commit to buy my dream house, to make my mom retire. I'm going to tell you something. When I was an employee, my wager, it was about $1,000 commission in the bank, but I was paying debts and I didn't have much money to give my mom, and that was her retirement. And one of the first commitments, and they told me, hey, Luis, in order to grow in this business, you need to have a commitment that moves you when you believe that it's not possible, that pushes you when you think that you're going to quit. And then I started thinking about all my whys and all my reasons. And one of those was to retire my mom from working, that she never was having that retirement plan in any work she had. And that was from the month of May. I start fulfilling, since May, I start giving that pension to my mother. And from my earnings, I start giving that pension to my mother. And that was a personal commitment that I took. And that I said it. And because I took it because it was something that was moving me more and moved me a lot when I felt tired, when I felt that I couldn't achieve this, when I felt that even the marketing or the business that I was making was not made for me, for myself. And that I thought that I had to move back to that financial sector. When I felt tired, I remember of that commitment that I took because I write it down and it was so clear. And among other things, that one was my first. That commitment, hey, you cannot quit about this. You cannot throw the towel on this. You need to thrive and to keep moving forward and start educating yourself and keep growing, because you have to achieve that commitment to yourself that at the end is going to benefit, well, my mother. And it was going to benefit someone that I deeply love. And that was my personal commitment. And that is something that you do from within yourself. And that is an inner commitment. And to take that commitment, you need to have that reason, that why you're doing it. That personal and spiritual commitment that moves you and provokes to that influence within yourself. Because when you have that commitment of retiring my mom and pension my mom, well, what I was doing, I was also helping other people. I was also committed to all the team, with all the organization, with the people that was around me, because I know that that was the way to fulfill and achieve my promise. Therefore, we have to take an account that for that personal commitment, you need to find that own unique thing that moves you, that inspires you, that makes you thrive when you even think that it's impossible, when you even think that is difficult, when you see that everything is against you. You need that reason to keep moving forward, because that is going to lead you to take that personal commitment. Something that is really important is that professional commitment. This is related to our goals and objectives in a financial level. And we need to have two things clear. The personal growth, we need to be honest. We need to start growing personally and financially. Because let me tell you something, because if you're only thinking in money and you're not thinking your personal growth, well, just simply, you're not being coherent with your commitment and with your growth. Just simply to put it this way, your growth is not going to be a whole, because abundance, it can suddenly take us to that place in a moment. But if you're not growing personally, you're not going to have that abundance to be growing for the long term. So you need to have clear what is your financial goal that you want to achieve. What commitments you want to achieve today. Hey, Luis, I want to professionally commit. If you're an employee, a self-employee, or if you're working for a company or this company that is the best company where I consider that we can be and achieve our goals and dreams. Or to simply put it this way, you need to know today what is your goal in this company. What is your financial goal and your personal goal? And what is going to be your financial level? What is going to be your financial level at 2023? Where are you drawing yourself at 2025? You need to draw in that pen and paper where you want to achieve. What is your financial goal? How much I have to be building and how much I have to be generating every single month. How do I generate wealth? And why do I need to generate it? Because everything needs a why. You cannot make a map and an objective without a why, without a reason. And I come back to the same thing, because it's deeply important to understand my personal growth and my personal financial growth, to have that constant progress, to be scaling away in the measure I'm achieving those goals. So that professional commitment is important, and you need to draw to the future. And remember that that map has steps, and in the measure you're moving forward through those steps, you're going to be celebrating those small achievements, and you're going to start drawing how much you're growing and measuring, and you're having this agility, and you start acquiring more experience and more expertise towards that financial goal. Hey, I still don't know how much I want to earn. Well, today you have to make that commitment to yourself, how much you want to be earning monthly and why you want to earn it. Hey, I want to be earning $100,000 monthly. Just set a number, $100,000 monthly. Why do you want to be building this way? Because if you don't have a why and the reasons, because nothing comes from nothing. Everything has a why, everything has a reason. And it doesn't matter if your number is high, medium, or low. You need to have a reason. Why? Because we need to be dreamers, and we're dreaming. Well, we need to dream big, because we need to have that, to set that limit, because today your professional goal and your professional commitment has to be to close October. In what rank you're going to be closing, with how many people of your organization you're going to help to grow, how much you're going to be helping them, and how much you're going to be educate in your company, in your organization, and that's going to have that impact in your numbers. So first you have to be thinking in the closing of this month, and committed to the closing of this week, of the closure, and to review today's closure so you can thrive and move forward. You need to have those daily closures, weekly, monthly, and then start thinking about November and December. But you need to make a commitment today, and you need to find that reason. And I'm going to help you to 10 direct referrals of mine to grow in the first year, to start generating over $50,000 monthly. Not to be thinking in how I will be making my $500,000. No, you need to be thinking how you're going to help others, because that $500,000 you're going to be earning in a consequence of helping others, because the rank, the pin that you're achieving, that goal that you're seeking is going to be simply put there because you're committing to yourself in that personal growth, and also adding to the people that are helping you and adding to the people that are accompanying you. And let me tell you, everyone is helping us and going alongside with us, because you're not alone. You're with other people. You're with your sponsor, with your team, with your organization, with someone within your company. You are alongside someone. So therefore, you need to impact and help others, and your professional commitment has also be signed in how much you're going to be helping others, in what is the amount that you're going to be helping others. And that has to be extremely clear. So just give me 1 second, please. Therefore, that commitment is truly important. That professional commitment. The personal is to understand why I'm going to be thriving Even I'm tired, even I feel like I cannot make it, it's going to help me accomplish it. And that professional commitment has to tell me, how am I supposed to get to those goals? How will I achieve that professional and financial goal? And giving those small steps in that ladder, and how will I getting that expertise and that agility to be adding to value to other people's life. In the same manner, that's social commitment. Because in this world, we are all came here to serve. We cannot have a professional goal and that increase in our financial earnings, that if I don't know what legacy I'm going to give into the world, if I don't know what I'm going to leave in this society, if in this world that is moving so rapidly and is in constant growth, because we have a social part that is around us, your family, your friends, your neighbors, your community, the people you work with. You have this social commitment, your team, your organization, life itself, the world. Even they don't know you, you can add so much value to their lives. Even if you're not well known, you can add so much to society. I have a dream, and what is the legacy that you want to leave? I live in a community that is San Pablo, and one of my life purposes is to have a foundation that costs around, and I make the accounts, and I need at least $1 million to create a foundation. Whereas with that $1 million, I have a seed capital to help a lot of businessmen and entrepreneurs, young people that from an early age, that even they get out from high school, or that businessmen that didn't have the opportunity of a seed capital, but that have great ideas to support them. And with $1 million, I can start helping a lot of entrepreneurs to achieve it. With $1 million, if I do this, I guarantee that businessman or that entrepreneur, that I start advising them, I can improve that person and their families. And I'm simply leaving a legacy and a footprint in that person. It's not only in the financial thing, but also in training the society, and to be able to put experts to help others to achieve their goals. And this is what I want to do. And I'm humbly sharing it. In order to achieve this, there's something that moves me, and it's to earn that $1 million. I cannot be making $1 million if I just make that $1 million. Imagine how much I need to earn to just set that money apart in order to create my foundation. So I need to be making a lot more millions. So I need to have that limit set really, really high in order to achieve this. So if you're always sowing and create mechanisms that are adding to the development of the people that are around you, you have that social footprint, and that you take a few minutes for you to your team, tell them, hey, let's review why you're not growing. Let's review why not give you a 30-minute mentorship because I understood something. And we're starting to do it in our team. It's not only to give a mentorship for 15 or 30 minutes, not only giving a training for 30 minutes and then just find them again 8 days or 15 days later. And it's no, we have to get together for 1 hour and start working together. Let's do it together. Trust me that you are sowing and giving a footprint to that person. You're not just giving a space of 30 minutes, you're giving 1 hour of your time, and you're committing to that person for their growth, to start practicing what you as a leader know. Because in these businesses where we are at right now, the commitment with that person, with the client, with the customer, is not end when that person is signed to this company. It's not the end of it. The commitment with that person, it doesn't end there when you brought them to this business. What commitment? You have it. The commitment of educating them, to train them, to teach them. Because we have the best educational platform in the world. You have this constant education, but education is not worth, and it's useless if you don't use it and apply it and you duplicate it. So commit right now to add value to your organization. And it's not only to make a training every single month or every week. It's to take a 1 hour of your time and talk with the leader and, hey, duplicate this. Because that is going to become a cascade and it's going to help to your growth. And you're going to start having different numbers and different quantities. And that's leaving a footprint. Because that person is going to say, hey, that person gave 1 hour of their time. And just imagine the commitment that person is going to take with you because it's going to be working with you. Because that application that you're doing, that person is going to say, hey, I'm going to take a 1 hour of my time and start working with my organization. And hey, I'm going to take 2 hours daily with my team, with my organization. And I'm going to start working 2 hours weekly or daily. At least that person is going to take 2 hours of their time to start working and improving their organization. And that person in that other organization is going to be in another level. Sometimes we wonder why our organization is growing, why the people that are with us are not growing. And simply to put it this way, because we believe that their information, they just got it in 30 or 40 minutes. We believe that the information is, they got it with sending a message. No, we have to set a footprint in that person and do it in a face-to-face, one-on-one. The 4 number, business. Ladies and gentlemen, this is important. The commitment towards business is related to the habits that we have to build our legacy or the capitalization that we're planning. And what is your commitment to your business today? If you're taking it as a habit, it's going to pay as a habit. If you're mounting an entrepreneurship, well, how is that going to pay? Because you're not knowing what you're doing. If today you're launching a business, if today you have an idea, you cannot be having a commitment just to see how is it going. Since the moment you start thinking on it, you have to be committed and to be the best and to do it the best you can. Hey, I'm not sure about this. Well, you're also not sure that you're going to make it. So if I don't have nothing certain, the only certain thing that I have is that I'm going to try it till the last consequence. Commit that if you're going to take an idea or you're a business that are presented to you, or if you're in a business that you are doing it for the first time and you haven't done the business for yourself, but they're telling you, hey, this can be the business of your life, commit to researching it, to educate, to be a product of that service, to take the habit of logging in and connect to the trainings. Guys, do you know how valuable in these days, if a person takes a 500 package and duplicate it, do you know how much costs a mentorship of 10 a.m.? Do you know how much it costs? That mentorship is a lot more than the $1,000 that is going to give me back, because that is going to make me grow as a person, and that's going to make me better in every area of my life. And I cannot believe that sometimes we have people and we are there having that mistake. We have people that join and we don't have the time to explain and edify this space that we're having. Because this training that we're having in the company is important for us to edify these trainings, for people understand these trainings and to see the business, and then they can see the growth that they can have. So we need to take habits that take us to make us grow. Take those habits that lead us to growth in that business, to make a good business, to be a good entrepreneur. Habits of education, of learning. You cannot be good or great in the business or in an entrepreneur if you don't grow as a person. I set up a store of Honda bikes, and now that I have this company, and I cannot keep on growing if I don't have this education within this business. So 2 years ago, when I took the decision of quitting to the bank and educate myself as a professional in network marketing, to educate myself as a professional in network marketing, and something else, now that I have 2 years doing network marketing, hey, what decision you took? They told me, hey, connect to the system, and I connect to the system. Listen to the people that have the results. Well, I'm listening to the people that are the winners. So if I want to have a millionaire business, who do I have to listen to? The people that already have the result and already went to that path to give me those advices to make me better, even with those full doubts that I might have. So I need to educate myself. You cannot be a professional if you don't take the decision of learning and educate yourself. You cannot be a professional and you can take assertive decisions if you don't educate yourself. You cannot generate assets when you don't even know what an asset is to start earning. There's people that thinks that a house is an asset. Hey, I have an asset, my house. No, that's a passive. So we need to start educating ourselves. You want to be a millionaire? Well, educate with the people that are millionaires. And I'm going back with what I'm telling you. Many of us, guys, they want the education, but they haven't understood the system. Many of you are within this business, and they haven't understood that this business is not only the investment, it's also the personal growth. That here with investment, you are going to get educated. My God, we have a gold mine in here because you need to understand that your most valuable asset is your mind. And if you fill it with all this information that you have in here, you're going to grow and you're going to be improved. With that person that you're signing tomorrow, that person you're bringing to your team, that new person that only thought that was coming here, hey, I will like that personal growth. And to understand, tell them your story. What was your growth? Tell them what you have grown, what have you changed, and that you have an opportunity of business right here, and that they can at least see this as an opportunity. You know what? Many people of our company, of our organization, they haven't done it because they haven't understood it, because we haven't explained to them of this opportunity, because we want them to connect and join in a mentorship, and then we don't talk to them again. Never again. No. If we want our business to grow, and if we want to be great entrepreneurs, we have to educate our community. If I want partners in our growth, I have to give them growth. If I want a team that is growing, I have to give them that growth. I have to commit to grow myself, but I also have to add that growth into them. So how do I do this? So I'm going to give you a task today, and I hope you do it. And I'm telling you, because I have been applying it, and it's working. And it's working. Just see who is your direct. I have people that are invited here that are not part of this company, but I'm going to talk to the people that are already in this company. See how many direct referrals you have and take an hour because they're already with you. Schedule a Zoom of 1 hour with them for 2 things. Number 1, explain this education and training system and personal growth to understand the value that you're adding to their lives. And number 2, explain the business. After this, you take the decision of who wants to try it with you. And the person that wants to try and raise their hands, you're going to schedule it to the week to at least working with them. Or, hey, I have 20. Well, that's 20 hours a day. Well, hey, I have 40. Congratulations, you're going to grow faster. Hey, Luis, I have 1. Well, congratulations. You're going to do it every single day if he's available. And if that person is being committed, because you're going to commit to them. And you are going to commit to show them whatever you know and everything that you know. And you're going to log in 1 hour a day and start helping them and taking by the hand to work with them directly. And you're going to give a footprint so deep with that person that you are forming and building that personal growth within yourself and with that person, because there is no better way to educate yourself than educating others, because that is going to take a huge responsibility within you. And what does that imply in business? That we are in a network marketing business. Well, and that means that we have to work with people and start working with people. So if I'm not in this business, well, I invite you to come here. But if you're not in this business, if you're not in this industry, but you have businessmen and you have people in your organization, well, commit to them also. To have a different conversation with them all day, every day. to start educating them in their personal growth and to see what they can add to your company, to your business. But commit to the people that are surrounding you and that are around you, because if you do that, your business, whatever it is going to grow. It doesn't matter what it is. All right? And commit wherever you're standing, wherever the business is, wherever the company is, to educate within that part and educate financially, to read books. Many groups, many teams, we have a reading club. And those are so great because in those reading clubs, we have understood that, for example, in a book of Robert Kiyosaki, that is Rich Father, Poor Father, that we understood that a house is not an active asset, it's a passive asset. So educate and start generating those places, those places of knowledge. When, hey, someone said, when there's no excuses, you do everything. You truly are confirming that the money, the clothing are not even a condition in where we're find our limits to not achieve it. So the next one, these are some advices. If you want to be a committed person, first, educate yourself to change those mental paradigms and that mentality with limitations. Take away those paradigms and those limitations, because we have been built and been taught from the paradigms and the limitations of the society and even with our family. But that doesn't mean that you cannot change them. Because a paradigm that thinking being rich is bad, the only way to understand this is to understanding that richness and wealthness are two different things. So you need to start differentiating them. So if you want to change your mindset, you have to start changing those paradigms and those limitations. And if you want to change them, you have to read and get together with people that thing that you want to be. Hey, I want to be like that guy. Well, I have to start getting together with that guy because I want to be like him. So you need to be committed to change those paradigms and start helping others to start changing those limitations and those paradigms, because this is a reality. Be punctual with time. When you understand that punctuality is a gift that you give to yourself first, you're going to try to respect your own time. And when you respect your time and you start respecting the time and place and space that other people are giving you, and this is so major. So from now on, if you say someone, hey, I'm going to be there at 8, I'm going to be there 7:50, because Asians are so punctual on this. Also, Germans are also very punctual. And we as Latin Americans, we're most likely unpunctual. And it doesn't mean that we have to keep going on this, because that is a social paradigm. So if I'm being unpunctual and I'm also going to be unpunctual, no, you have to start changing that. So if you start being punctual with everything, if you have a business appointment with a partners, if you say, hey, I'm going to be there at McDonald's at 4, well, I'm going to be there 3:30. Because if you are so early, you're going to start practicing your conversation with that person. But what happens if that is first at 4 and that prospect, that guest was there first? What is the image that you're going to give to that and you're going to provide to that client or that customer or that guest? And I'm just saying McDonald's because, well, it's an example. But hey, so what valuable and how much value is this person for me to get late? Hey, I have to make myself important. No one has to do that. You only have to do this with your ego, but the ego is not going to help you grow. So punctuality, being punctual, is a golden rule that you have to be committed with, the time. So that means getting early to the reading club. Get early to DTS, to the trainings, to master nights, to promote, to the mentorships. Be early to making your present and getting there to your appointments, and to be punctual. There's 2 ways. First, take your notebook and start scheduling a day before. So when I start doing this, I started being more punctual. And that was my agenda of tomorrow, the night prior. So for today, for example, it's already scheduled. I did it last night because I knew that today I have a commitment right now doing this training, and 11 I have my another appointment, and what is my free time because I haven't be committed with anything. But if I'm already scheduling from the day before, there's people that likes the traditional way, and you can start writing it down what you have to do the next day. Hey, I have an application. I have one that is called Checklist. And then it's a voice note that is telling me, hey, you have this appointment. Hey, you have this appointment. And in every task, hey, you're gonna start doing this appointment. And I start doing it some minutes before I have that appointment. See, if I have a training, a mentorship, an appointment, and my appointment is 2 p.m., I set it for 1:30. And that is gonna take me to generate and to work around all those obstacles. And I also can even cancel with a lot of time given. So if I have canceling with some time, I also respecting your time. So from today and from now on, start planning the next day. Hey, I have nothing. Well, perfect. You don't have nothing. You need to have something. And if you don't have it, well, you have a lot of free time to work and start working on your professional growth. Because we have that training, we have that education. So when you start scheduling one day before, you start being punctual. I start using apps, your notebook, or piece of paper or pen, whatever. And the next one is to make whatever you do, you said that you're going to do. And this is keeping your promise. It's so important to keep your promises. Hey, there is key in business. And this, my brother, I want you to have this so clear. When you're telling a person, if you work with me, I commit to go alongside with you. Well, if you are making that promise, you have to make that promise and fulfill that promise. Because you already promised it, you already said it. So when they are talking in the WhatsApp, then you got lost and you're ghosting them. No, you have to grow in business. You have to be a person that when someone else are talking about you, hey, I want to work with that person because that person is coherent with their words and with their promises. Because if he says that he's going to make something, well, he's going to do it. So do whatever you said that you were going to do. Your promise has to be blood signed, has to be signed with blood, with your organization, with yourself. Hey, Luis, I'm going to be committed with myself. I commit to lose weight and go to the gym. Hey, I don't like gym. Well, it doesn't matter that you don't like going to the gym. You can go out there walking or running or whatever, but you have to keep that promise because this has relevance. They're already the ones that you like. They're already there because you like them. But if you start doing something you don't like, well, that adds value to you. So if you are committed to something, keep your word. You're going to be going out there to keep your promise with someone out there if you're not keeping that promise that you did to yourself. Being efficient and responsible with your tasks. This is important. So if you plan and set up some daily tasks, well, keep your promise, keep your tasks. How am I being efficient? Well, being punctual, respect your own time, and respect other people's time. All right? Give the best of you when you choose to make a specific activity. One thing is to do it, and the other one is doing to the fullest, even to the 200%. Hey, I'm going to be having a time with my team. With what energy, what attitude are you doing that? My father always said, if you're going to do it well. Do it the best you can. If you're going to do it good. Do it great. If you're not going to do it this way, then just don't do it. Well, do your best. Even if you don't like it, but do your best. That person that are planning a strategy in their lives, in their organizations, in their company, they're planning some strategies, and watch this. And at the end of the month, hey, this didn't work. But what didn't work? The strategy Did you apply it? Did you give your best on it? There were days that I didn't do my best. Well, you cannot be complaining and blaming a strategy or even yourself or the worst, even others, that something didn't work, because you have to become to give your best, because this is for you. It's not for somebody else, it's for you. And if it's not, you're not doing your best for you, well, it's not going to do the best for no one else. Keeping the focus on objectives and your goals. This is amazing. We have to maintain that focus. And how do I keep that focus when I have this clear goal? Hey, there's so much noise out there. Well, close the windows, close the door. What happens when you're driving in your vehicle and you have the windows down and you're going fast and there's traffic outside? Well, you can feel like distracted. You can be over 100 and you can feel like you're under 50 because you are focused. Eliminate distractions. You want to maintain a focus? Learn how to eliminate distractions. Because that's the most efficient way to focus, is to eliminate those distractions. Take away those distractions. Just take them away. Because you're being focused. Give your best. Be responsible with your task. Keep your word. Be punctual and educate to start breaking those limitations. All right? Commitment, therefore, leads us to have exponential results because you are moving forward in an integrative way, because these make you be part of related values as discipline, perseverance, among other things. And we're growing in an integral manner. You cannot have abundance if you are not preparing and educating for abundance, because those two things have to be working hand by hand. And something that I love about Decentra is that they are giving me both. They're giving me abundance and they're giving me education. If there's something I love with my organization of this wonderful company, is that they have created a goal opportunity, because that's how I see it. Is that they're giving me both. They're giving me abundance and how to be prepared to it. There are many things out there
te parecen buenas, ¿no?
that you can find it attractive or good. There are things out there that looks really too good. And I always tell people, it's not only about the money. Personally speaking, I will not be flashed or shocked by someone that has money. I will be amazed and shocked and flashed from someone that is telling me we're gonna grow, and subsequently we're gonna have money. In being better at what? At being a person, and you're gonna be adding value to the society, and you're gonna make your family grow, and you're gonna give a legacy and a footprint in your family, in your society, in your community, in your neighborhood. You're gonna be useful for the world. And consequently, you're gonna be rich and wealthy. But if just today a person is only talking about money, trust me, they don't have money, because they cannot be growth, because there are many people out there that are not prepared for abundance, and they receive abundance and they just lose it because they didn't have personal growth. And just like that broken base, if they pour water, they're just gonna lose it because they're not prepared and they're not fixed to contain that water. So when you become wealthy and rich, you start giving luxuries to yourself. But if I want to have that financial growth, because if I took $10, I'm gonna make it 20. So if you want to add to the value, the best way that I can add to the world, and that is to becoming wealthy. And if I want to have that, I need to have personal growth. There's something other virtues and values like discipline, and that's being constant with what you're doing. Commitment more than an action plan. The commitment, adding an action plan will lead you to success. So what is first, the commitment or the action plan? What is first? First is the commitment, and then you take that action plan, because if you don't take the commitment, you cannot be doing an action plan. And what is that commitment? To yourself, and then with the people out there, with the people around you, and that will lead you to the path of success. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you liked this training of today, and from my humble self, I love to be in with you. I truly love having this opportunity, because I was anxious about this. I was excited. I was telling my sponsor, Alex Ramos, and someone that I respect and I admire, hey, my leader, when are you going to give me the opportunity of a training? So write down here what you learned today, and also write it down in your teams, in your groups, in your WhatsApp. Write down what you learned from this training in a group and start applying it. That for them, they're losing this training that is so valuable for their growth. So set up for your groups in your social media and start sending this message of today's learning. For me, it has been a pleasure and an honor and a privilege being with all of you. From your friend, Luis Gonzaga. See you in the next opportunity. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And remember, if you need growth, you need to have commitment. With whom? With yourself. So thank you a lot, and see you next time. Blessings to you all.